Hi, I'm Mert, and I'm an Altaholic. Welcome back to Altaholic's Achievements. It's the World of Warcraft challenge series where I finally start rolling new characters and actually finish some content. I'm going through every single expansion and finishing every achievement in this expansion. The end goal, of course, is to have all achievements complete on my account that are available.
Alright.
In the previous episode of Altaholic's Achievements, we have completed 3 more zones. We completed the Burning Steppes, Searing Gorge, and finally the Badlands. And I thought I really enjoyed those zones. I thought they were the best zones until, well, you'll find out at the end of the video which one my favorite zone is. Because in this video, we will be completing the rest of the zones. That's right. We're gonna get it done in today's episode. Completing all of the Eastern Kingdom's quest achievements. Let's get it done today. Before we start this episode, I just wanted to say I am very aware it's taken me a month to get this video out. I apologize for taking so long when I said it would be weekly, but things happen. We have an 8-week-old baby, I'm doing full-time study, and we have had school holidays, so my bigger kids are home with us as well. Being a hands-on dad, I can't just walk away and make videos. So I hope you understand, everyone is back where they need to be now, and it's time for us to continue making videos. And without further ado, our first zone to be completing today is none other than Loch Madan. As soon as you fly or step foot into Loch Madan, you will notice one thing. At least I really hope you noticed the entire lake is missing. Please tell me you did. Before the Cataclysm, this was one of Azeroth's most beautiful zones, and early on was really nice to see. A peaceful valley with shimmering blue water and dwarven, cozy little towns. But after our dear friend Deathwing decided to play his favourite game, Punch the Planet, the stone-wrought dam was completely destroyed, and all of that pristine water, well, it was gone. Now the loch is a cracked basin, filled with mud, fish flopping around, dwarves trying to figure out how to rebuild their homes. And their pride, too. Honestly, this gives the zone a little post-flood insurance nightmare vibes, but it's gorgeous in its own sad way. Our adventure starts in Thessalmar. Thelsamar. Yeah, I'm keeping that in for the recording. Thelsamar. The main dwarven town where everyone's in panic rebuild mode. You help the engineers clean up some debris, fix some busted machinery, and fend off many angry elementals and things around the town. It's a cozy little town, and it really sells that classic "we'll fix it with beer and stubbornness" dwarf energy. So we kill all kinds of wildlife, including the people, and we end up completing that part of the quest.
See you soon. Watch your back.
Ah, dwarven stubbornness, how I love you. We then discover that, yet again, we cannot have a dwarven zone without trogs. The Cataclysm shook free a nest of trogs, and it's our turn to clean them up. Yet again, we go into full pest control mode and get rid of them. Then we complete the second part of our journey.
Watch your back.
We have a brief intermission here to go through what we love to do in this series. Another pet battle and another achievement. Oh yes, we are getting there finally. We then start to make our way to one of my favourite areas, the Farstrider Lodge. I don't know why I like it so much. A mixture of hunters and a bunch of other people just sort of getting together and isolated from everyone else. They just want me to kill a bunch of animals, and I am all for that because I am not a druid yet. I will murder. So we complete that and get this part of the quest locked away.
Good luck, friend.
Then it's on to our final part. It's just a bunch of clearing, and it's kind of a sad area, this lost lake of swampiness. We kill a bunch of ogres and we do a few more quests, then lock it in for the end of this area.
Watch your back.
Lochmanan is a nice little area, but we don't want to spend too much time here. We want to move on. We get our exploration achievement, and it is time for us to move on to the wetlands. The wetlands is a zone that I don't particularly like. I can't put my finger onto it. During my stream, I even tried to understand why I didn't like it. I think it's because there's just nothing really here for me. There's no big monsters or anything fun. The mood is very dreary, but it's not like the undead dreary that I like. It kind of gives the aspect of, it's too wet here, I just want to go home. But we're here to do all of our quests, and let's start with Slab Chisel Survey. Now in this section of the quest, our journey starts at Dun Alguz. You help out a crew from Slab Chisel Survey. They are a group of dwarves, archaeologists even, who somehow think digging through a half-collapsed water-filled cave is a good idea. Got you clearing trogs, collecting ore, and fixing cave-ins. You know, the classic volunteer labour disguised as heroism. It's actually a fun start. Lots of dwarven banter, geology humour, and a bit of that old school help us fix what Deathwing broke energy.
Interest you on the pint? Be good.
There is a theme here, building. Deathwing sucks. We then move to Menethil Harbour. Out of all of the wetlands, this is the one I remember the most, but I don't remember so much water. This poor place has been absolutely wrecked by the cataclysm, and half the harbour is underwater, like I said before. Ships are half sunk, and crabs are basically taking over. You help the survivors fight back against cursed sailors, recover some stolen goods, and even lift an ancient curse involving the Eye of Paleth, which I will admit I deleted from my inventory because I didn't know it was actually something that I needed. My bad. But I eventually fixed it. There's a lot of flavour here. Again, not one I like so much, but it's kind of cool helping this drowned town slowly get back on its feet. Flooding of Menethil complete. Then we shift gears to Swift Gear Station and Welga's Retreat. Once it's back in shape, you leave the harbour and you head inland to help out the engineers. This section is a mix of comedy and chaos, but honestly I just sort of went through it. The goblins tinkering with explosives, dwarves panicking over stolen tech. You also deal with dark iron dwarves, gnolls, and a few lingering Twilight Hammer cultists trying to cause you some trouble. My favourite part of this is like this graveyardy area. It's cool. It's cool. Or be a orientation. Yes! Alright, we're getting there. One more. Wardens of the Wetland. And finally, we get to the Green Warden's Cove. Home to the mysterious Keeper of Nature. Kind of like a druid demigod who's trying to heal the wetlands from corruption. This is the best part of the zone. You end up fighting off swamp creatures, Blackrock orcs, Twilight cultists, all while uncovering what's poisoning the land. It finally rents up with a battle. The dwarves have a last stand against the invading orcs. It's great. It's fun. But in the end, wrap up your quest line and you set off to the Arathi Highlands because you want to get out of there immediately. Hey, wetland quests! Yes! Get out of here. It's time to leave. I will just mention, if you are concerned in any way about what's going on with the channel or what I'm doing, please feel free to jump into our Discord. I am on it daily, talking hourly if you talk to me, and I want to be in discussion with you at all times. So please join that. Links in the description, everywhere else you find links, and I will gladly answer any questions you have. And like I'm going to say at the end of the video, I also stream 3 times a week, Twitch and YouTube. I stream because it gets me the content required for these videos. Otherwise, I'm playing video games for a really long time, and my family will not talk to me. So please, enjoy this video. No more distractions from me, I swear. Walking or flying into the Arathi Highlands. We're crossing the bridge at Thandol Span. leaving behind the muddy lowlands and stepping into the rolling hills, crumbly ruins, and old battlefields of Arathi Highlands. If the wetlands was about recovery, Arathi is about legacy. This place is built on the bones of ancient kingdoms, endless wars, and one of the biggest tug-of-wars between Horde and Alliance. And there's a whole bunch of ogres who just want to be left alone, but they're dragged into it too. Our story starts at Refugee Point, the Alliance stronghold in the Highlands. Captain Niall or Niels sends us on a tour of the front lines. We fight some syndicate bandits, ogre camps, reclaim the territory that's been lost. You'll notice that this zone is quite small. There's a lot of story here, but there's not a lot of, well, quests. I liked that. It's a nice little change to the other zones. Next, we enter the heart of Arathi, the fallen city of Stormguard. We go through a mix of rescue missions, sabotage, and cleanup, freeing captured soldiers, recovering relics, and reclaiming sections of the city, one block at a time.
Safe travels.
Oh, fashionista! Look at that! Next up is Faldir's Cove, and it's less exciting. You just go around killing a bunch of Naga, pick up a bunch of stuff, stick around these ships for a while, and end up helping everyone with what they needed. Done! Heck yeah, man. We finished the quests. We finished the exploration. Hey, we got it! It's time to move on to our next area, the Hinterlands. It's peaceful, it's scenic, it's also filled with trolls. It's about to make you do a lot of running if you didn't have flying, so I am glad I am doing it now and not back then. Our adventure, it begins in Airy Peak, home of the Wild Hammer Dwarves, a clan of tattooed, griffin-riding maniacs who decided the sky was a better home than a mountain. Just my kind of guys. These guys are pure attitude. They drink, they fly, they occasionally drop barrels of explosives on trolls just for fun. Again, my type of guys. Most of your early quests come from Griffin Master Talanax and his crew, keeping the area safe from forest trolls and protecting the griffins that are most of the animals in this area. It's really nice. It's old school Warcraft energy. Now this area is small. Again, there's not a lot here, but it's just really cool. I think it's a bit of a hidden gem because not many people like to come here. The fortress they call Jintha Olor is massive, multi-tiered troll city carved into cliffs. But you'll spend a good portion of your time here disrupting rituals, flying backwards and forwards as always, and you can stop them from summoning their ancient lower spirits for power. Lore-wise, Jintha Olor has always been one of the strongest troll bases outside of Zulaman, and these quests make you feel like you're dismantling the Empire. It's kinda cool. The best part is by the time you reach the top, you've gone from just like kill little dudes, local pest control sort of stuff, to absolutely destroying everyone because I am Brometus. Cool zone. Highly recommend. But we've ticked it off the list. Time to move on. Cool. Yeah! We did it! Hinterlands quests. There it is. Woohoo! The next two zones are the best zones in the entire of Eastern Kingdoms. The best lore, the best areas, the best quests, some of the best dungeons. You cannot convince me otherwise. We're heading into the Western Plaguelands, a zone once overrun by the Scourge, now struggling to recover years after undeath, disease, and disrepair took over. It's grim and it's haunting, and it's also one of the best redemption stories in the entire game. Once upon a time, the Plaguelands were part of the rich farmlands of Lordaeron, feeding the kingdom before the Scourge wiped out everything. For years, this area was nothing but rotten ruin. But during the Cataclysm, Blizzard gave it a second life, literally. The Argent Crusades and Aryan Circle joined forces to push back the plague, purifying the land and restoring a hope to a region that was lost for generations. So your quests here are to focus on healing instead of killing. Well, there's a lot of killing and some really cool enemies, but it's for the greater good. Your first stop is Anderhall, the old breadbasket of Lordaeron, now the heart zone of conflict. Once you leave Anderhall, the tone changes from war to recovery. You'll meet Argent Crusaders, Cenarian Druids, and a few farmers just trying to bring life back. At the western edge of the zone is Caer Darrow, home to Scholomance. I have run this a bunch of times now to try and unlock some of the achievements, but that is in the next video. I'm really enjoying this area. It's awesome, it's fun, and I love it. I think it's the best. You can't convince me otherwise. Eastern Plagueland's just as good. Why don't we head there now? Done. Bingo bango. But not over here. Oh my god. Unlike its western partner, the Eastern Plaguelands is a land where battle for survival never really ended. This was the front line of the Scourge's invasion during the Third War, and it still shows. Everything here is dead, corrupted, and haunted by what it used to be. The Eastern Plaguelands is not about healing the land at all. The story here is pure survival. It's about getting through and defending what little hope remains. You see this reflected in every quest. Soldiers still fighting, farmers still hiding, and priests still praying for deliverance that might never come. The Argent Dawn are the major players here, and the first major hub in the city is Light's Hope Chapel. Now, to get here, you follow Fiona's caravan, and this just travels through the entire map, so you follow her and finish all the quests that's needed. It is the coolest part of questing here. It's probably the coolest part of the entire Eastern Kingdoms. Fiona's caravan is amazing. A moving quest hub traveling across an entire zone is so cool, and I genuinely loved every quest. You start off by helping Fiona right at the bridge between the Western and Eastern Plaguelands. Fiona's a kind-hearted traveler, trying to help people survive the Plaguelands. And as you journey with her, you pick up new companions, each with their own backstory, personality, and little side quests. And it's a really fun time. You'll help each of them find closure, fight off scourge attacks, and even collect some supplies to help improve the caravan. By the end, this ragtag group of survivors starts to feel a little bit like a family. And it's rare in some of Azeroth's darkest zones. I love it. This entire storyline contributes heavily to the Eastern Plaguelands quest achievement, like I said earlier. It's literally all of them. When you get to the Light's Hope Chapel, that's the major hub. If you've ever played Wrath of the Lich King or Legion, you'll know this place. This same chapel later becomes the Order Hall for Paladins in Legion. Just cool. In the end of this zone, you cleanse all you need to, you get your extra quests, and this was the final stretch.
Always a pleasure. Spread the good word, eh?
I did it! I did it! Yes! I was so happy with this one. We finally have completed every quest achievement in the Eastern Kingdoms. I'm stoked. I was so happy. So here we go. I'm going to give you to Live Mert a final time to run through all of the quest achievements and what the next video is going to look like. Hello and welcome. Here we are. We are finally done with the quest. Look at how lovely this is. All the way down, even the little extra ones, all the way down to Lawmaster of the Eastern Kingdoms. Someone asked me to do a slash played of this character, and let me tell you, it took me a few in-game days to get all this done with all the recording, and I'm proud of it. So exploration will do the same thing There's only a few things missing. Gotta do some more squirrels. Love all of the pets. But here is where we come up against a time-locked issue. This is a memory of Scholomance. I have to get a toy from Scholomance, and that spawns from a heroic rare boss. Now, I believe the toy that you get from this is available 100% from this boss, but getting it from the boss is a problem because they rarely spawn. So I have been trying to do this for at least a week and a half now. It's a heroic daily lockout. Not having an alt to go and do this again is what is causing me pain. So I will get this done by the next video. Let's hope it doesn't take 4 weeks to actually get it. War to the Dread Citadel require Memory of the Scholomance to be completed, so that's going to be a little difficult. And Relics of a Fallen Empire will not be done by the end of next video because it requires me to go to BFA content, which I have not unlocked yet, therefore I cannot do it. Moving across to the Eastern Kingdoms, you can see here again Lawmaster and Eastern Kingdoms Explorer complete, as well as the Reclamation of Gilneas. That was in this list, so I completed it. Shouldn't have been in the list, given that it is story for practically after BFA, but hey, here we are, Reclamation complete. If I was to go through all of these, you'll see a common thread, and that is the Ambassador of the Alliance needs to be completed. Now, I currently have Exalted with Stormwind, nearly Exalted with Gilneas, and we will get there with the rest. This requires me to grab a tabard and do a bunch of dungeon grinding, which I'm doing, but unfortunately, it is an hour lockout per 10 runs, so I will be getting this done as I can. We will get it done by the end of next video. I'm very happy with the progress that we've made so far. I've been able to do other things. Legion just launched, so I started a character for Legion. You can see the live stream is on my YouTube. Once I get all of the Legion achievements, I will make a video on that. Man, Legion Remix is fun. So if you haven't played that already, do it. It is amazing. And if this video, you watch it in a year's time and you've missed Remix, grab the next remix because it will be good. I'm going to pass it back to the other guy. Thank you for watching. Now I know what you're going to say next. Hey Mert, there's some of the map that is not completed. Well, that is true, my friend. And the reason why is very simple. It either does not have any quest achievements tied to it, or it is not part of our classic campaign. That's right, these other zones here that are Cataclysm campaign technically should be completed by our Cataclysm character. So that is who it's going to wait for. There are multiple dungeons as well that are linked to the Cataclysm character, and I'll go through that in our next video, but be aware, there is one more video to come. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it sincerely. As I said before, I understand it's been a little while since my last video, so I'll try my best not to make the gap so big next time. One more video to go, then we're complete with this part of our quest, and it's time to move on to the next character. Now, if you're not aware, get onto Legion Remix as soon as possible. It's what I'm currently playing, what I'm currently streaming, and I am in love with it. It's amazing, and I'm getting my achievements done very quickly on that character. Another video will come out when I have completed all of those achievements, but I only have less than 100 days now to complete them, so I am grinding. That's over on YouTube and Twitch. Links are in the profile. Jump onto those. Everyone have a lovely day. Have a lovely time zone appropriate greeting to you all, and just roll another alt. It's worth it, I swear.